Hi there, welcome to Movie Review Mom. If you are brand new to my channel, yay, you found me. I'm so glad. If you want to find out if the movie Breaking is the new modern day twist on Dog Day Afternoon, keep watching. Breaking is a dramatic thriller that was recently released in theaters and is now available on video on demand and streaming. It is rated PG-13 and is an hour and 43 minutes. The movie review mom grade I'm giving it is a B, and I'll tell you why. Don't click away, keep watching so I can explain everything in a nutshell, things I liked, things I didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, interesting lines, and recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that I think you might also like, or maybe even like better than this one. All right, let's dive in. In a nutshell, a Marine War veteran faces mental and emotional challenges when he tries to reintegrate back into civilian life. This crisis drama was written and directed by Abby Damaris Corbin with writing help from Kwame Arma. The movie is based on a true story, which is what makes it especially powerful. So here's the list of things that I really liked about the movie. First of all, John Boyega. He gives his best performance ever. I'm impressed. Truly outstanding. In fact, I've even heard him called the discount Denzel. He's that good. In fact, he even looks a little bit like Denzel Washington in this movie. He's already won Best Actor award at the Annapolis Film Festival this year. So congratulations to him on an excellent acting job and for producing the movie. Nicole Bahari and Salinas Levia give solid performances in their role too. The cast won Best Ensemble Cast at the Sundance Film Festival earlier this year. So this movie is crushing it in film festivals and now in theaters and in a home studio near you. It's always really great to see Jeffrey Donovan, even if it's a small role. I loved him in his popular TV series, The Burn Notice. Did you ever see that? I think he's such an underrated actor, and I wish he got more starring roles in feature films. I just really like him. Sadly, this was the final appearance of Emmy-nominated actor and producer Michael Kenneth Williams. He just died last year at the young age of 54, and the older I get, the younger that sounds. I love it when titles have multiple meanings, and in the case of this movie, The Vet, who's featured, is breaking, society is breaking, and all of it is covered on breaking news. We get to see a picture of the real Brian and his daughter at the very end of the movie. I always love it when movies based on true stories allow us to see photos or video footage or both, the real people the film is based on. The film jumps right into the events of the robbery at the beginning of the movie, and then slowly, as the movie progresses, we see flashbacks of past conversations between Brian and his daughter. The pacing and camera work, I think, create tension very well throughout the entire film. Now, I hope that this cautionary tale will prevent more incidents like this from happening in the future. Our veterans deserve everything we can possibly give them for their sacrifices while serving our country. One of my sons is in the military, so this story really hit home for me. Now, let me share some things that I didn't like about the movie or thought could have been done better. First of all, there aren't any humorous lines, really. It's a very serious drama. There are, however, humorous moments, such as when John Boyega's character starts screaming about his demands when he's in the bank, and then gently asks the women in the bank if they need to use the restroom. That shows us that the character has heart and isn't completely lost his bonkers. He's just ridiculously furious and frustrated with the system. Not that that gives him free license to do whatever he wants, but it helps us understand his motivation and his mental state. It's also super frustrating to watch how our government treats our veterans and wraps them up in red tape. I've seen this happen firsthand to my stepfather, who was a Marine, and this happened to him many, many times. He's now since passed, and now the benefits that were promised to him are not being extended to my mother, I should say, my ailing mother, who is in a nursing home and not getting one penny of help, which she was promised through his benefits. Anyway, it's infuriating. And if you can relate, you'll be able to relate to this movie. Let me give you some tips for parents. A man threatens to blow up a bank. There's profanity, including one F-bomb. People are in perilous situations. And speaking about the profanity, I'm kind of surprised there wasn't more, because when people lose it, that's when their mouths just tend to fly and they lose all control. And so, but it is PG-13. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well are the Veterans Administration, desperation, justice, breaking points, vulnerable people in society, returning soldiers, homelessness, mental illness, PTSD, mistreatment of veterans, and family. So I always write down funny lines and interesting lines on my written review at moviereviewmom.com, so you can check them all out over there. I didn't write down any funny lines. As I mentioned, it's a serious drama, but there were quite a few interesting lines. I'll just share a couple of them with you right now. For example, Brian Brown Easley, played by John Boyega, it tries to assure the women and the other people in the bank, he's not going to hurt them. He says, if I die today, I die alone. They're, of course, frightened and don't know how far he'll go. And so, like I said, the tension is pretty high. And then Eli Bernard, who's played by Michael Kenneth Williams, tells him, everything you say, everything you do, it matters. And I think that really is the meat of the theme of the movie, that the veterans who have given their lives in some cases, but who have given years of their lives to serve our country, just want to know that what they did mattered and that they matter. And don't we all want to know that? So I thought that was a really powerful line. All right, before we go, let me give you some recommendations for some other movies that instantly came to my mind as I was watching this. The first one is called Thank You for Your Service, and it absolutely addresses the emotional, mental health of our returning soldiers and how delicate that can be as they try to re-enter into civilian life. Another movie is called Leave No Trace, and it's very powerful, also about a veteran who chooses to live in the wilderness with his daughter rather than, try to deal with people and the red tape, although he does go into the VA office and try to get some benefits, and then he kind of disappears back into the wilderness while he's trying to raise a teenage daughter. Anyway, great performances all around. Another one, obviously, I thought of is John Q with Denzel Washington. Now, he is wrapped up in red tape in a hospital trying to save his child, and you could just see that simmering tension and frustration grow. Incredible performance, of course. And then the last one is called Falling Down. Again, it's just a man trying to live in civilization. And the thing that keeps coming to my mind is more and more people are getting frustrated with what's happening with the economy. And I've seen just video reports on the news of just people robbing and stealing in broad daylight because they're so frustrated with the price of things and all of that. And I don't want to condone any of that. Just because you're frustrated and things don't seem fair doesn't mean you can rob other people, kill them, steal things, blow up buildings, So if you watch this with your family, talk about how do you handle life's frustrations and the red tape that we're all enveloped in. All right. Oh, not to end on a bad note, but it's a really powerful movie and definitely one worth talking about. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for all your support. Run over to Instagram and you can follow me on Movie Review Mom, as well as at Trina Boice, which is my name. I am a #1 best-selling author of 31 books. So you can see my books, my online courses, learn about my daily podcast, some of my products, my family, and all that kind of stuff. All right. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.